As we've been around town talking about the Echelman sculpture for Spa Beach in St. Petersburg, we've seen a wide range of support. Everyone from millennials to the business community to the arts community is in favor. With that in mind, we've created this video to show what people around town are saying about the sculpture.
St. Petersburg would join the ranks of cities like Amsterdam, London, Warsaw, Prague, Sydney, Singapore, Madrid, and so many major capitals around the world that have or have acquired or commissioned a Janet Echelman.
I think with the redevelopment of the entire pier, the pier approach, the redesignation of it as an active park, I think those are just the right approaches that we really want this to be. If we're going to do it, and we are doing it, we need to do it right, and we really need to make it a special place. This specific piece at that location to me is just really fitting to the context of sort of the billowing cloud-like nature of the artwork, and that location over the waterfront just really is exciting to me.
For so long there was the inverted pyramid in the pier, and since we've gotten rid of that, the waterfront is beautiful, and there's no single piece of art that will kind of provide a congregating point. People look at the water, but there's nothing to really bring people out to the water, and I think this piece would really do that. And it's big city art in a city that aspires to be something better and more than it is, that wants to be a city of the art.
She stands as the emblem of what we want all our St. Pete artists and Tampa Bay artists to be about, and that is persisting through the no, continuing to create art even when someone tells you no. And I think that that is what the art scene in St. Petersburg is about.
As a resident of downtown St. Petersburg, I know the importance of art in our community, and the Echelman project is going to be a great extension of this. It's going to allow parents and children to experience art that may not be able to afford museums. So I think it's going to be a great addition to downtown St. Petersburg.
I think it's going to be beautiful. I've really looked into it. We're all over the world, it seems, and I like the way they move. I like the way the light reflects off it and so forth. I think they're going to be a great asset to St. Pete.
I think it's important for a lot of reasons, because it's beautiful and it's accessible to everybody who visits, lives here, runs by here, flies over. They'll be able to see it. Public art is a really important component, I think, of what we need to accentuate in St. Petersburg. So this would be a pretty big statement from an internationally known artist. So we deserve it.
As a St. Pete native, I've enjoyed our waterfront parks my entire life. I'm excited about Janet Echelman's sculpture being sited in our waterfront park, because that will bring people to enjoy the park, and our parks are at their best when people are using them and enjoying them.
She is an internationally renowned artist. This piece will enhance Spa Beach, will be a fantastic draw, is going to work with our natural resources, with the trees, with the birds, with the breezes, with the sun, with the rain. It's just such a spectacular fit.
First time I saw it, I was amazed at that type of installation. I don't think I've ever seen anything that colorful, that dynamic, and the location that they're going to proposed for the installation is perfect for the entire Bay Area, and at night it'll be a focal point while people are enjoying their downtown social life in St. Petersburg.
Really a good project for the city of St. Petersburg. One, it really builds upon, I think, what the city is about. When I mean that, the culture of the city is about inclusion of various artists, whether they are born and raised on the sands of St. Petersburg, Florida, or whether they are coming from different places in the world.
Like having an artist who's one of the top, probably the top 5 public artists in the world doing a sculpture for your city is a big deal. And I think it really, as a city of the arts, which we aspire to be, I think it really helps put us on the map there. And it doesn't hurt that this great artist is not someone who's from somewhere else, but who grew up right here.
What got me excited about it is I didn't realize I'd actually seen one of her pieces during my travels. And one of the remarkable things about seeing one of her pieces is that you're immediately smitten, engaged with the piece, and not just engaged with the piece, but engaged with the people around you, because how often do we see anything that creates that sense of wonder and awe. And I think one of the reasons that we love calling St. Pete our home is because of the sense of community here. And nothing brings us greater joy than for our friends and family to experience that and to watch tourists and other visitors to this city.